What is the biggest misconception of you at this point? What's a viewer opinion that is incorrect people have about Lil Keke?
Um, a lot of people mistake my confidence as arrogance. And I'm just supremely confident. You know what I'm saying? It's not arrogance, you know what I'm saying? As I got older, and some of it was mixed with arrogance as I was young, but as I got older, I matured a little bit. So one of the biggest misconceptions is that I'm really unapproachable. When I'm really a fun guy, I love to laugh, I love to joke, but people take my pictures and shit serious. Most of the time, I'm not smiling. I'm always kind of even keel. So one of the biggest misconceptions is that I'm a little bit more rougher around the edges than they actually think. I'm really not tripping like that at all.
Why the no smiles?
Cause I just grew up where it wasn't a lot to smile about. You know what I'm saying? We didn't smile a lot young, and just to be honest, man, we grew up tough like that. Always playing tough, and it's so the total opposite of me because I laugh and play all day. So most of the time when I am taking pictures, I'm kind of serious or whatever. But in the last 6 months, I think I've been smiling a little bit more.
Now, there may be a viewer watching this that may not know the difference between confidence and arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to describe the difference between the two so
Well,
one would know?
for me, I don't go into things with can't, and like I'm a type of person that I try it. In order for me to, only way I'm gonna fail is after I tried it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just confident. A lot of people think that I speak with my chest out. They think that it's arrogance. They think that I may be saying like, you know. Hey man, I'm the best at this, so I'm gonna do this here. I only know to speak myself at the highest of where I need to be. So sometimes people may think that's an arrogance when they hear words like king it's not an arrogant thing. It's just me. I'm just confident in the ability that I have, and I have no knock to nobody else who feels the same. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes arrogance gets mistaken by confidence just based on my approach about it, the way that I may deliver it to you. You know what I'm saying? I may deliver it to you in a way where you think it's. I've been known to be called brash and sassy. You know what I'm saying? It's just a part of my mystique and aura who I am as a rapper. So that can get mistaken for arrogance sometimes, but it's not.
When it comes to this confidence, were you always like that or you grew into it?
No, I was always like that. From Uno, Monopoly, basketball, football. I'm a winner. And most winners, this is a line from my book. I'm a sore loser. You know what I'm saying? Most winners are sore losers. But in that time, I learned how to win. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is, for the most part, I really don't lose because I get something out of losing. If I get something, if I learn something, if I take something from that situation, it's a win for me. So I've always had a winning attitude because we grew up not having a lot. So you have to have the mentality of go for it all. So I've been like this. I'm still competitive in anything I do. We can get down here on marbles. I want to win. Cards, debate, argument, whatever it is. It don't mean that I have to, but I want to.
Are you like that with males or females as
I'm like
well?
that with whoever. I'm like that with my kids. I'm very challenging. Men, women, it don't matter. I like to be challenged, and I'm very challenging.
And when it comes to confidence,
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned this was something you've always had. Was this something that was instilled from you from your parents by any chance, your siblings, or this is just naturally who you are?
It's naturally who I am based on always having to come from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like when you having to come from the bottom and you fighting, you don't go into things always as a winner. You know what I'm saying? You don't go in it with things as on top. So crawling from the bottom, coming from, I don't have big brothers, big sisters. I got big sisters. They were older than me though. So I was always a person that had to do a bunch of fighting back, and I didn't win every fight. I had to fight back, and so the confidence just came from being around the atmosphere of having to fend for yourself and having to have this type of mindset in order to get. I'm really from a place where the weak, they don't survive.
What place is that you're referencing? What place is this that you're referencing? Excuse me.
From my neighborhood, my surroundings, my family, the people I grew up around, it was always a situation where you had to, you have to be the toughest that you could be. You know what I'm saying? Or you get left behind.
Is there a name for this neighborhood by any
Yeah,
chance?
South Park, Herschelwood, my block. Yeah, Herschelwood.
And for people watching this, getting to know you for the very first time, what part of the world is this that you're describing?
In Houston, Texas, Southside Houston, Texas.
You mentioned a book. What book were you referencing here?
I have a new book called Legend Talk. It's based on my platform and things that I do in the morning, the motivation, the confidence, the inspiration that I give people. I put that whole thing in the book. Y'all look at people who do memes a lot. My account is known for a lot of memes, but my book is like all of that put together. You know what I'm saying? And really me talking about, different stages of life of how to, like the main thing, it's a self-help, but at the same thing, it's inspiration and motivation. Yeah, Legend Talk, coming out July 13th,
2022.
2022.
Where can people get this book if they want a copy?
You can get it at Amazon. You can get it at Barnes & Nobles. You can get it on Apple. You can get it on whatever, because it's going to be audio and hard copy.
Were you the voice of your own audiobook?
Exactly, yes.
What was that like, that process there?
Well, the way that I wrote the book, I wrote it in an app. You know what I'm saying? Where I had to do my voice in the app and then transpire it over. Well, when I got ready to go back after I got the book back, when I got ready to go in, it was much harder than I thought it would be to go do an audio. So I ended up just using the audio that I used. I went in there and fixed it, so it's actually me and my voice. And my fans really wanted it like that more than anything. Yeah.
You got requests for that, or that's just something?
Nah, I got requests for it. A lot of requests. A lot of, man, are you gonna do the book? Mostly every person that I told that I was writing the book, that know me personally, when I told them the audio, that was the first question they asked. You gonna do it in your voice, right? Because most people are probably expecting to hear the person that they hear in the morning and the things that I do. Yeah.
Is this your first book ever?
First book ever.
Was that just the culmination of the entire book from start to finish? Was that easy or hard, looking back?
The thought process of it was actually more harder than getting it done. Now, I'm going through a hard process of getting it done now, of finishing. It's not out of my hand, but me actually doing it, after I caught after I caught a good groove of how to get it done and finishing, I say around by chapter 4, I was in it. It's got 14 chapters. By the time I made it to chapter 4, I had a real good vibe of how to get it done. So I probably knocked it out in about 3 weeks after that.
And how long did the entire, well, it's still coming out July 13th, so that's, you said July 13th?
July 13th.
713?
713.
Okay. So that's probably, I don't know, a month and it's some change away. But if we include the month and some change away, well, I'll just be honest, it's June 8th right now. Okay, so a month and a week away. So 5 weeks away from now. Okay. If we include those 5 weeks, how long did the entire process from start to finish take you approximately?
4 months. About a month to finish it. About a month and a half to get it back. And we've been fixing it and finishing it up probably about a month and a half. Yeah, it's about a 4-month total.
The book is not out yet, but I'll still ask this anyways. Do you have a favorite chapter out of the 14?
All of them my favorite, because you can start the book anywhere. That's the main thing about my book. You don't have to start at one. It's a self-help. It's for DJ Smallz. It's for the person who taking their kids to school in the morning, Fortune 500, homeless, football player, actor, school teacher. It's for anybody, and you can start at any chapter.
While we're on the subject of the book, last question about it. Anything else you want to say in regards to it?
It's not my autobiography. I am going to write it. It's coming soon. It's just my platform. It's my, what I give out in the morning, like I say, my inspiration and my motivation. I'll put into one. So I wanted to get into the book flow. This is chapter 1, Legend Talk chapter 1. I'm going to do more than one, maybe 2 or 3 of those. And as time, rolls on, I'm going to get into my autobiography too. That's going to be the cream of the crop, me doing my own book.
Did you title chapter 7, 713 by any chance?
Not yet. Maybe. I haven't yet.
How important is it to release it on that day?
Very important, because each year, that's my day in the city. 713 day, July 13th is proclamated to me. It's the name of my label. It's my brand. It's a part of my brand. And so every year, I do something different. I do block parties. I've dropped albums on this day. This is actually the 25th anniversary of my first album. We always celebrate music, the culture of music on 713 Day. Last year we had the big concert. Again, me, Slim Row, all the artists in the city. So this year is very important because this is the first time I'm doing something different from my brand. I'm doing a book signing. I'm gonna do it a little different. So yeah, it's very important to do it that day.